Alright guys, talk to you about what I think about the BMR suspension, my thoughts. It's the 2008 Charger. I done the BMR suspension, upper and lower control arms and trailing arms, non-adjustable on the upper and lower, and adjustable on the upper front on the rear. It's in another video of mine. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch it. But we done those, and we done the cradle lockout kit from BMR and energy suspension differential bushings. But we went to the track yesterday. We'll get into the rest of that in a minute. But my 60 foot was pretty much the same. Nothing increased, but the car did stay more consistent on 60 foot times and all that stuff. And we did get a new best on the mile per hour in the quarter. The car drives like stock still yet with the suspension and stuff. I mean, you can tell it's a little bit more stiff in the back. It's like more firm and more planted, I want to say. But ride quality and everything's still good. But it really didn't show much improvement on the 60 foot at all. It just stayed more consistent. It was just more consistent. But the track wasn't that great yesterday. Now we'll talk a little bit about the track and stuff. When I got there, it was like 1300 DA-ish. Let the car cool down a little bit. Went out there and made a pass. It was 11.0. Hot lapped it again. Done another 11.0. Then let it cool down a little bit. Then started getting cooler at night. Went out there, kept going 11.0s. But the track, I'm gonna put some of the videos in here and some pictures of the time slips from last night, along with my 10-second pass from last time I was at the track and the time slip on it, just to put it in here. But the track started out decent traction wise. Then as the night and the evening progressed, it just got worse. And then there's a couple times I went out there and it absolutely just smoked the tires, and this car usually dead hooks without any issue. But the night that I run the 10, the DA was about 600. It wasn't in a negative, but it was about 600. This past track trip that we went, it was 1300 DA starting out, and then I never checked it after it got cold because the track just wasn't holding it. But I also noticed how we had a little bit of tiny belt slip about mid-run. Then it would grab again and pick back up. When I got back to the pit and checked it, it had some belt residue and dust on the back of the pulley. So it was getting just a little bit of belt slip. But just like I said, the track just wasn't there. If the track was there last night and I'd let the car cool down really good, we would have definitely got another 10. It's got the mile an hour. The mile an hour is there. It's just, you just got to get the launch good and catch the right DA. And I also ran with the air filter on last night. On the 10-second pass, I had it off, but I just left it on all night last night. And I also hot lapped the car pretty much. I let it cool down one good time, really good, and that was when I first got there and the DA was still up. But after that, I was pretty much hot lapping it about 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes in between, just running it, because I entered the trophy class that they had last night, and I actually got runner up. I would have got first place, but they just held me. They bracket raced us, and they just held me way too long at the light, and the guy was almost to the 8th mile before they let me go. And I was running him down and catching him, but just run out of room. he dialed in a lot slower than what his car was. My car was still faster than him. I watched him run earlier in the night in the testing tune session. I would have smoked him if it had been heads up, but that's how bracket racing is. I'm just not a fan of bracket racing. I just entered it last night for the hell of it. If I like heads up or nothing. Run what you brung. If you get beat, you get beat. You win, you win. I'm just not a big fan of the bracket racing stuff. I feel like
Warren was doing. Warren said he was going to, Warren Evans said he was going to Charlotte.
Well, 4 wide was this weekend? This weekend? 4 wide in Charlotte? Oh, that's what Warren was doing. Warren Evans said he was going to Charlotte. Yes, we could have. Boy, look at that. Look at the full-size truck. Will he make it? Ooh, man, he had an 017. Oh, no, he didn't.
just wanted to touch on that a little bit. When I do take this back to get it retuned, after I get a pulley and some injectors and the valve body and stuff for the trans, I'm going to get the Grip Tech pulley. That way it should take care of the belt slip issues, because I know if I'm having a little bit of trouble with belt slip right now, I know it's going to have it as soon as I pull it down, so that's why I'm going to go with the Grip Tech. But this car's got the 2300 Edelbrock E-Force pre-eagle heads I ported, cam, pistons, rods, stock cubic inch, stock bore, stock stroke, 3200 stall, 306 get track rear end, with the axles, long tubes, no cats, Borla mufflers, stock throttle body, just a few other things. If you want to go into more detail, you can go back and watch some other videos, but that's just a fast rundown. Engine and trans tune. It shifts at 6,500 RPM, wide open throttle. That's just a quick rundown, very fast rundown of the mods. I'm probably forgetting a few things, but that's just the main parts. But that's all for this video. Like, share, and subscribe, and go back and check out some of the other videos on the suspension install and the putting the supercharger on and the blower and all that stuff. Because this is a blower for a 09 and 10 car. This is an 08 pre-eagle 5.7. I actually made to fit this car. Go back and check that out. But that's all, guys. Thanks.